Hey, good day, mate.
This is cultural appropriation, Alpha.
Is this any worse than the shit I normally do?
No.
Okay.
No.
And that's SilverRecluse over there, who's already complaining about the way I run this show every fucking week.
Now, you're serving all of your guests beer, and that's great, but you really need to tilt the mugs before you fill them up. This is like 50% head.
See, I'm the kind of guy who will raise my middle finger instead of my pinky when I'm drinking fancy, so, Anyway, we're here for a little one-off Sunday night series that takes place in the opposite corner of the world, really.
Yeah.
We call it
We're on the upper right
Gumboots.
there in the lower left.
Gumboots, Australia. At base, it is a Carmen-like. Carmen San Diego, that is. Entirely taking place
in the continent of Oceania.
Indeed. Although I don't think we're going to New Zealand. I could be wrong.
Everyone always forgets about the New Zealand, except for Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson.
Who single-handedly destroyed their system of labor unions.
For those of you who aren't history buffs, go look that up. So, good day, Mike.
Gum me a boot.
Now, I don't know how many games there are within this, or how many cases.
I'm really excited for all of the traditional Carmen-like gameplay. Geography, dodge rolling, trivia,
all the good stuff.
Estes Blast.
And there's something else in here that Carmen does not include. And I look forward to seeing that.
Racism? Titties? Racist titties?
Close enough. This is a very easy game, just to get you started. You are an investigator with the Gumboots Inquiry Agency. Your first job is to find two troublesome programmers, Ian and John, coincidentally the names of the programmers who did this game, who live near the most easterly point of the Australian mainland. Your boss is...
You did show me this, and I decided to, abandon the job and become, a truck stop bathroom janitor or something.
Something like that.
It was a good life. I found a woman I loved, we settled down and had kids, and then it was all taken away when those two dastardly programmers got away.
Your boss has given you $1,000 advance, but has only allowed you a couple of days to complete the task. When you found John and Ian, you'll receive your first paycheck for $800. Hint, look up Easterly in the database, or look at the big map.
The BAP. The big map.
There. We'll turn the sound on so we have something to hear. So, on the control panels here, and if you notice the clock at the bottom right, it does run during this, so I'm going to make this very, very fast explanation.
Should I be seeing a thing that is not DOSBox? Because I'm just seeing DOSBox.
Really?
Yeah.
That's Discord being fucky.
You set Sound Blaster to Alpha 220.
How about this one? For some reason, there were two windows open.
Hey, there we go.
Anyway, now
there we go.
That's better. I don't know why there were two windows up, but okay.
I like this high contrast purple and cyan. That's good stuff.
I want to see what other choices we have.
That one hurts.
That's the one we had.
Uh-huh.
That one hurts. Yeah, I think we need to stick with this one.
Yep. Okay, so...
Anyway, the game itself. So, we have which puzzle we're on, number 1, the deadline, and you can see on the bottom right here our date and time right now.
Mm-hmm.
How many objective points we've gotten, how many objective points remain, and how many bonus points are left. Now, bonus points are good for money unless we have to use them to extend our deadline beyond. We want to try not to do that so that we can get ourselves rich and famous.
Uh-huh.
So.
Alright. So what's your first clue?
So there are things we can do here. Do you notice that the flag is up on our name panel?
Mm-hmm.
This indicates that there's something to be found in the place that we're at. Right now, we are at Uluru, the largest monolith in the world. This magnificent rock has special significance for the local Aboriginal people, known for its spectacular color changes during the day.
Which it does to escape predators.
Like anything else. So, typically, like in Carmen, San Diego, what we want to do is investigate while there's still something to be found. Now, Carmen does not give us this hint of the raised flag. We can reread the instructions, apply for a job for some extra money if we need it.
Let's investigate.
Yep. We can also extend our deadline. Again, that's the bonus points. Look at the notes we've got so far, search the database, or check the big map.
Investigate!
Alright, so we have 4 choices at any given time. We can climb the rock, check the camping area, shop for souvenirs, or talk to the ranger. Now these could get us hints or rewards or absolutely nothing at all. And as long as there's at least one thing useful, the flag will stay raised. So investigation would be correct in this juncture. You said talk to the ranger?
Yeah.
Please make your way to Byron Bay. Apply for a job if you run out of money.
So is that actually where we are going, is Byron Bay?
It could be. It could be.
So
There's still a flag, so there's still investigating to do. But while we're here, let's demonstrate what apply for a job looks like since it was mentioned. So, well, we don't want to do this because of the lengths of time up against our deadline, but there will be better opportunities with which to do this. So if we click on it, most of the time from my practice experience, you'll actually get the job and the rate times however many days you work it. So the top job would be worth $600 or 60 times 10 and so on down the line. We won't do that until it actually benefits us to trade in time for money. Right now, that is not such a time. So how about we continue?
Investigate!
What shall we do this time?
Check for camping area.
John and Ian were last seen in Byron Bay. Extend your deadline if you run short of time. And again, that's a trade-in of a bonus point for 3 more days. But again, bonus points are worth fairly good money, so we don't want to be toasting into them if we can avoid it.
Climb the rock.
John and Ian are in Byron Bay. Read your instructions again. That's an option if we ever forget. And finally,
shop for souvenirs.
Yep. Ian and John are often seen in Byron Bay. Look it up in the database. So now we've got 4 clues that indicate the same thing. And notice now, the flag is no longer erect. Investigation will no longer give us anything. And notice, time goes by with each action, so you want to watch that too. Now, if you go somewhere where there's no information, or you've already been there, you'll lose the same amount of time again.
You fool!
And like Carmen, you'll be forced to sleep once it gets late. Now we really want to get moving. Enough horsing around. Once you've investigated everywhere there's to investigate, you want to go to a new place.
Of course.
And what have all the clues indicated to us?
Byron Bay.
Byron Bay. Now we have 3 travel options if we wish to take it. The bus typically takes the longest but is the least expensive. The car in the middle, and the plane the fastest and most expensive.
Let us take a plane.
Indeed. We unfortunately toasted a large amount of time there. So, we have paid for the plane, we've flown, and the flag is up, so we investigate. Or ask around the surf shops, visit the lighthouse, go on a scuba diving trip, or inspect the local forests.
Ask around the surf shop.
Ian is a keen surfer, but you have tracked him down. Looks like you're going to make a great Gumboots investigator. So we found one game writer, and we have one
killed
left.
One of them. Now we need to hunt down and destroy the next one.
Indeed. And by the way, Byron Bay, the most easterly point on the Australian mainland, a popular tourist spot famous for its lighthouse and surfing beaches. The beaches surf.
All right. So now we want to inspect the local forest.
Let's get wood. And if we get one that has nothing for us, you hear that sad little downward tone. This is not the right place to find Ian or John. Are you in Byron Bay? Yes, we are. So,
right,
two other...
Go on a scuba trip.
That's not it. Maybe you would enjoy a look at the lighthouse in Byron Bay.
Indeed.
Well done. You found John. The light up here is quite bright, and you seem to be fairly bright, too. Congratulations.
You solved our easiest case.
You solved your easiest case. Easy, wasn't it? The next game is a bit harder, and after that, the cases start to get really tough to solve.
You think it was easy, but it was only easy for us. This time will be very difficult for their families who are going to have to be mourning their loss.
You receive your final payment of $800 for completing the task, plus your $100 for each bonus point you have left. So, ideally, if we have extra time, we want to use it on jobs if we know we're getting close to the end of the case. So that's if we're really gonna drill for money, would be the approach to do it with.
A real Sigma grind mindset. In between contract killings, make sure to make some extra money going on Fiverr and fixing people's air conditioning.
Essentially, yes. All right, on to game 2. Blister and Boots. The national sales manager from Blister and Boots Hiking Gear has contacted you. His East Coast sales representative has gone missing somewhere along his route up the coast. The sales rep usually calls in to see one customer in many of the towns from Wollongong north to Cairns, and then returns with their orders. Your job is to see all the customers, get their orders again, and find the sales rep. You're given a $200 advance and will receive $800 more when you finish the job.
So the question is, are we north or south of Wollongong? We are at Wollongong, so we will start at Wollongong. Alright, so
well, remember, the flag is down, so we're going to want to start by traveling. But Wollongong, this heavily industrialized area, including Port Kembla, forms the third largest city in New South Wales, with one of the largest steelworks in the country. Up the coast, you say, huh?
Let us go north. I don't know what is north, so let's go to the map.
Let's check the map, and let's see if we can dial up our cities. So here's Wollongong here. We may as well map this out while we have the map all the way up.
Sydney, Newcastle, Byron Bay.
Here, would you be a dear and write these down for me?
I suppose I can type them down if you want.
Either way is good. I'll need a navigator for it. So we started in Wollongong, Sydney,
Newcastle, Byron Bay, Gold Coast, Brisbane, Bundaberg.
That's South Mall Island. And then the city of Townsville. Now, if I count, that's 8 cities, which means one of these is probably a false lead. But being that they're all essentially along one line, I don't think that's going to hurt us much, even if we land there.
Alright, well, let's do it to it and head to Siddles.
Siddles. So, our deadline is September 1st. August 11th. Oh, we've got 3 weeks. We can afford the bus for sure. Sydney, the largest city in Australia with a magnificent harbour. Landmarks include the Opera House, the Harbour Bridge, and its many famous beaches, of which Bondi and Manly are the most famous. So it's only 5 hours to a bus. We can absolutely save some money here.
Okay. But are we saving?
Yeah. Because, again, we don't get extra money based on time. We get it based on bonus points. We get the same amount of money if we cut it within 2 weeks or 1 day.
I suppose.
I mean, that's just the mechanic of the game. We don't have to worry so much about time.
Okay. I thought that getting a job was going to be an important thing, and I was doing dollars per hour travel.
Only if we get low on money. And again, we can, when we get toward the end of our main mission, we can start converting some of that spare money or spare time to money, so that we don't waste it. So the flag is up here in Sydney. So, what do we want to do here in Sydney?
I don't know who the customer could possibly be.
We don't know. We just have to look around and hope we get lucky.
Could it be some beach boots that they're ordering? You know, traditional beach boots? I guess just call the Powerhouse Museum.
Okay.
Bad luck, AlphaRecluse. Maybe you should have a look at the big map to see if you're going in the right direction.
Alright, so that wasn't it. Next.
Visit the operatic housing structure.
That's no good either. 2 more choices.
Let's go look at some beach babes on Bondi Beach.
Nope. Well, that leaves one. The Harbour Bridge. Out for an urban hike, you find Umberto Scarpa. He ordered 4 pairs of size 8 hiking boots and was wondering why he had not received his order. That's 1 down and 6 to go. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah.
So small, size 8.
Alright, where to next?
Newcastle.
Newcastle. And, again, we have lots of time. We can easily afford the bus. And that's going to put us to sleep for somewhere... Oh, only 6 hours. That's pretty good. A major port and industrial city with a long tradition of steelmaking. Within easy walking distance of the city center and Nobby's Headland and popular surfing beaches. Alright. Where do you think? Now you can pass to me at any time if you wish for me to make choices.
Is Blackbutt a nature reserve?
I feel like you're trying to trap me into saying a thing here. I do not.
Didn't even consider it.
I do not
consider the implications.
I do not know what the Blackbutt Reserve is beyond the fact that it is a reserve.
Okay, well, we would be negligent not to go into Blackbutt and just see what we can find poking around in there. So let's do it.
Right. Well, how about that? You find Pat Packer emerging from the reserve after an invigorating walk in the bush.
Oh, the chocolate confectioneer. That family is responsible for a lot of fun that you might eat.
She had ordered 16 tents and a dozen backpacks for her shop in town. All right, we got lucky that time. Next place.
It was not luck, my friend. It was skill.
I see. What's next?
Next is me looking at the list I made. Ah! The place that we probably shouldn't go since we're still wanted by the police there for questioning. Byron Bay.
Byron Bay.
I swear, officer, he fell from that lighthouse on his own. He wasn't pushed.
We've got 2 out of 7, and we are doing great on time pace. Bus. And it'll still be a little too late to stay awake.
I can sleep on the bus. That'll be fine.
Boy, you slept long. That was 10 hours. All right. Where in Byron Bay would you like to go?
I would like to inspect the local forest, of course.
I will note that the four choices are always the same in each city.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, we won't be going to the same cities every single time.
Mm-hmm.
You're good. Impressive. Up in the Big Scrub, you find Serena Strider. She is checking for any new red cedar trees which may be emerging. She is not pleased to discover that the 5 one-man tents, 10 camp stoves, and 12 sleeping bags she ordered for her camping supply store are not yet on their way. Fortunately, that doesn't matter to us. That's 3 down and 4 to go.
Alright. Pack your bags. We're heading to the Gold Coast.
The Gold Coast. Off we go. And this is even nicer. 3 hours. One of Australia's most popular tourist spots, where people from all over the world enjoy sun, surf, and high-rise buildings.
It's surf and high-rise buildings, so some of them are surf buildings and some of them are high-rise buildings.
Right.
Definitely not the casino. Probably not SeaWorld. Also, lol, SeaWorld. Probably not water skiing. So I guess it's the Leagues Club?
Alrighty.
Whatever that is.
That one's no good.
No good!
I, however, do like gambling, so I'm going to guess the casino.
Okay.
I got one, yay! At the blackjack table, you find Kevin from Kev's Camping Kit, a high-class outdoors...
KKK! I don't shop there anymore.
Jesus. A high-class outdoor store for tourists who need the best of everything, except spelling. He had ordered 2 dozen inflatable solar-powered camp spa bath kits, 50 handheld television and video sets with a free videotape called Camping with Style, and 200 disposable, environmentally friendly, unbleached, paper-lined sleeping bags with cotton carry handle.
That sounds awful.
That sounds...
Paper-lined sleeping bag?
That sounds like a lot.
That sounds terrible.
Jesus. Anyway, that's 4 down and 3 to go. And we still
have here.
I
don't feel safe in Ken's store. Not ever since I was last seen in Blackbot.
Oh my God.
Becky, look at that. Oh right, you need me to tell you where to go, don't you? Well, you probably don't. It's Brisbane. Sorry.
I half expected you to tell me exactly where to go, actually. And it bears noting we still have not found our red herring location. So we'll see. The capital city of Queensland, the site of Expo 88. One of its best known buildings is City Hall, which hasn't been torn down by developers.
That's like a real obvious jab, but I'm not sure at what. Like, what has been torn down by developers that you're really upset about?
Now notice this. This is so short that there's one option that is 100% distinctively better than another here.
Yes, unless you're Elon Musk.
But
if you're Elon Musk or Taylor Swift, then you absolutely take the plane.
But our main metric is still money, and we've only burned 2 days out of 3 weeks, so we are well on good coast. So we'll use the bus. And
round.
We need to pick an investigation site fairly quickly. If it hits 9 o'clock, we might have to be forced to sleep.
Lone Pine Sanctuary, go!
No good. Unfortunately, that was bound to happen with any selection. Alright, I will pick Stradbroke Island.
Yep.
Yay. In a small green tent, you meet Ken Freeman. He is testing some camping gear from another supplier because his order of 6 tents had not arrived from Blister and Boots. He is not happy with the new gear and is pleased to be able to place his order again with you. This is the random event Carmen thing, or not Carmen thing. So, anything could be this, and we have a choice to make, or it'll just tell us something happened. Anything could be this.
Anything at all. It might be Nerve Gas, it might be Kitten.
In this case,
what?
A cigar-shaped light descends from the sky. There are strange sounds and flashing lights. What do you do?
Stay and watch.
All right.
I always wanted to get abducted.
All right. You have wandered onto a movie set. As you have spoiled the take, the director insists that you stay and work as an extra for the day. You have great fun, and your wages are $112. So we lost 8 hours and got $122.
All right.
And we are done here. That's 5 down and 2 to go.
Get out of here!
Get out of here! Where to?
Is it 2 to go? Oh, because one of them's
one of them's got to be a fake.
Herring.
Yeah.
All right. So Bundaberg.
Yep. And I don't think. Wait, where?
Bundaberg.
Oh, I thought you said
Bundaberg.
I thought you said Wundaberg.
Bunda.
A regional city on the fertile plains of the Burnett River. A memorial statue of the area's most famous son, Bert Hinkler, is amongst the city's many interesting features.
I wonder what Mr. Hinkler was famous for.
So we'll bus for 7 hours. A short sleep and another random event. You have developed a terrible toothache. What do you do?
See a dentist, obviously.
Yeah. We play the long game around here. The local dentist is an old school friend of yours. He fills the cavity for no charge. Cool.
You know, I am number 37? 36?
Are you old?
37. I'm 37 years old, and I have never had a cavity.
Good for you. Take care of yourself, or you're just fucking lucky. One or the other. Anyway, I should also note, real quick, that for these random events, you can get the same prompt and select the same answer twice and have different results. Yes. That's one of the things that excites me the most about what's going on here.
So, like, the dentist could have, like, gassed us, and then while we were under, he stole our kidney.
I don't know about anything that extreme, but I wouldn't discount any possibility yet. But this was a very good ending, so we only lose an hour, we don't lose any money, and we have the flag up, so this apparently is not the bum city.
I think it's probably the Reptile Reserve, but I could see it being Fraser Island.
What's your choice?
The Fraser Island.
Good choice. Enjoying a light snack before taking off on a hike of the island, you find Sandra Power. She has an outdoor and disposal store in Bundaberg. She places her order for 10 two-person tents again. And that leaves 1, and we still have a red herring. Where is
it? South Mole Island.
South Mole Island? A holiday resort situated in the heart of the Whitsunday Passage, 8 kilometers from Chute Harbor. There's been absolutely no reason to do anything but bus. And this is apparently that, and it being an island really should have been a hint, huh? It's not on the main coast. The flag is down. They got us with that one, I will admit that. So this is a lesson to think truly critically. Now, what's the final location?
Town that I can't remember the name of. What was the name of the town?
Did you not write it down?
If only I can remember the name of this town. What was it? It was somethingville. Oh, but what? It's Townsville.
It's what?
Townsville.
Oh, Townsville, that's right. The city of Townsville. A northern Queensland city with its own university, popular with tourists on their way to the Barrier Reef.
Oh.
And unfortunately, we can't really make Powerpuff Girls jokes because they hadn't been made yet. All right, the bus
goes round and round, round and round, round and round.
Now the flag is up. We are at our final location, and we have 15 days. So, let's see if we can use that on some good money.
Work.
Work. So, let's see.
We can. How many days? 15 days?
15. So we can get the highest rate and lose 9 days. That'll be $630 if we get the job. There is a chance out there. Application succeeds, and look at the money go up. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. This is like a down payment for a house.
Yep.
Back in the 80s.
Yep. Let's do one more, and we can afford 6 days, so let's do quarry worker at Castle Hill.
Should be successful. We just worked there for 6 days.
Blaze it!
Oh, indeed. Roll our paycheck up and smoke a joint out of it.
Indeed. Now let's finish this.
And then try to explain to the bank teller why our check is in the condition that it is.
All right. Where do we go?
Probably any of these could be. I think it could be university, but that's the one that is weakest to me. I would say the local rainforest.
Perfect. It takes 6 hours, but you've tracked down Freddie Fowler from Freddy's Forest Shop. He is leading a group of Japanese tourists out of the rainforest after a short hike. He is glad to see you because he has an order for 60 hiking boots, all quite small sizes, and 200 bottles of mosquito repellent. He also tells you that the regular sales rep from Blister and Boots is in hospital, recovering from a nasty bout of Ross River fever.
That's why you always got to make sure you use protection.
Yep.
When you have new partners. You want to get that Ross River fever.
You found all the customers whose orders had been lost. You'll be paid $800 plus expenses. Alright, so I propose something as we go forward.
Are you going to make an honest woman out of me, Alpha?
Perhaps on Twitch X, but... Actually, what I'm thinking is, why don't we take turns and see who can come up with the best right selections for investigation? Each of us will alternate going first so that it's fairer, and point for whoever gets each.
I feel like this is an unfair advantage because you have done all of these before.
No, I have not. No. I have not. No, I have not.
Haven't you?
I have not played this all the way through. No further than the first 2 cases that I showed you here.
Okay, so we're going in blind from this.
Yep. I have no idea what goes on from here on.
Alright. Alright. I'll take your wager.
All right.
I bet this fiddle of gold against your soul.
Because you think you're better than me?
Certain things, but not other things.
I'll tell you once, you son of a bitch. I'm the best there's ever been.
Oh, at what?
Masturbating?
Oh, man. You have to show me your technique sometime.
All right. Game 3. In 1988, Australia's bicentennial year, Grandma Pearl knitted 7 pairs of socks, 1 pair for each of the Australian states and 1 pair for the Northern Territory. Each pair bears a floral emblem. 5 of the socks have been accidentally sent to the wrong addresses in the capital cities of the state or territory which their emblems represent. You will earn $900 if you can find the missing socks. The flowers on the missing socks are, and this is the part you're going to want to write down for this.
Yeah, I'm writing it down right now.
Waratah, Sturt's Desert Pea, Sturt's Desert Rose, Mangle's Kangaroo Paw, and Pink Heath. Let me know when you have those written down.
I have them written down.
Okay, so to each flower goes a territory. So we're going to want to do some database work here. And then once we have the territories, we're going to want the capital cities of each territory.
Indeed.
So let's do some database hunting. Give me the first flower, please.
War. A. Pa.
Spelling
That's not
again?
right.
Oh.
W-A-R.
W-A-R.
Are you typing it upside down?
Yeah.
A-T-A-A.
Oh, look at that. It gave us all of the floral emblems. So please write down in this order: New South Wales, Northern Territory, South Australia, Victoria, and Western Australia.
You fucked up.
How did I
fucked up? The Northern Territory is for the rose.
The rose and the rose and the pea were both mentioned.
Yes.
The Cooktown orchid and the Tasmanian blue gum were not mentioned among the missing.
What should from South Australia? Kangaroo paw. Mangleys, kangaroo paw, Western Australia. Pink Heath is Victoria. Okay, I have them all written down.
Okay. We're done searching.
Tasmanian blue gum.
Now we'll switch over to the big map and see if we can match territories to capital cities. However, I don't see that we have territory lines drawn out here, so this does not help us as much. Let's search the database for capital cities.
Adelaide is a good song by Meg Myers, but it doesn't tell us enough information. Do a search for New South Wales.
All right. It does not indicate that this is the capital.
Wales capital?
There's the floral emblems again.
Okay.
That's not it. All right, so Sydney is the capital of New South Wales. Please write that down.
Done.
Okay, next territory.
south. Just type in south. Oh Christ!
What are we looking for with South?
South Australia.
In that case,
Search.
yeah, I'm gonna use another term for this.
I think
This might not have been a smart move.
I think you and I are both equally stupid.
Let's go with capital, and we'll just proceed further. Is Queensland one of our territories?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Okay, moving on. It is not mentioned whether Canberra is a state capital, so we'll skip that for now. Is Northern Territory one?
Yes.
Darwin.
So, Darwin. Darwin.
Is Tasmania one?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Is Victoria one?
Yes.
Melbourne.
We're good. Carry on.
Is Western Australia one?
Yes.
Perth. We got New South Wales.
Yeah, we did.
I don't think we have 5 capitals. What's your, what remaining?
Adelaide, South Australia.
It says one of Australia's smaller state capitals.
Am I forsworn from using the Googles?
For the moment, yes. Do not use.
Let's type South Australia. Well, okay. Yeah, South Australia.
It is not said that this is a capital.
Correct. Carry on. Carry on. That's it, ain't it? Alright.
Alright,
I think it's Adelaide.
Adelaide is indicated on the map as a larger dot, which would indicate to me that it's a capital city.
Then I am prepared.
Alright, so let's get these in order from where we're starting and give ourselves the most sensible path here. So we are currently in Broome. Situated at the southern tip of the Kimberley region, this coastal town has a colorful history when over 400 luggers sailed in its pearling fleet. So Broome is... Oh, God. Broome is away from pretty much everything. Alright, so... What are the 5 cities again?
Sydney, Adelaide, Darwin, Perth, Melbourne.
Okay, so Sydney is on the southeast coast. And next was...
Adelaide, which is close by.
No, not at all.
So Melbourne is in the way.
Alright, so Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide...
Perth, which is, and Darwin, which is all the way north.
So we're starting in Broome, which is over here in the northwest.
So then Darwin, fly to Perth,
and then Perth, and then
fly to Adelaide.
Yeah, and then Melbourne and Sydney. So if you could reorganize the cities in that order: Darwin, Perth, Adelaide, Melbourne, Sydney. So starting from Darwin and going counterclockwise.
Alright, done. Darwin, Perth, Adelaide, Melbourne, Sydney.
Excellent. Alright. So Darwin is first.
How much time do we have?
We have 18 days.
Okay.
The territory's capital, hit by Cyclone Tracy in 1974 and since rebuilt. The residence of the administrator is one of the few buildings which survived wartime bombing and the cyclone. And time-wise, 18 days. For right now, we can afford the bus.
Fair enough.
20 hours.
All of our last things are close together.
Yep. So, I mean, we can postulate forward and still be okay. And we slept on the bus, I would assume, so no sleep cycle this time. All right. Since the odds are worse with more choices, I will go first and take that brunt for competition to start out. I will select Melville Island. That is a miss. Your turn.
You gotta do a thing that has an address. I'm gonna assume that it's like a government address. I'm gonna assume it's the Darwin Center.
Good logic, but no good. I will select the Chinese temple. An old gentleman here shows you a little post bag which arrived in the mail a while ago. It contains a fine woolen sock with a picture of Sturt's Desert Rose on it. All right, so the first point is mine. All right, next city, please.
Perth.
Perth. That's going to be the longest road.
Yep. So let us.
It's not even that bad for our time frame. 54 hours.
That's 2.5 days.
Out of 17.
All right, take the bus.
The capital city of Western Australia, on the Swan River, which is popular with sailors and windsurfers. Nearby Fremantle hosted the America's Cup in 1986.
What is the America's Cup? I've never heard of that before.
Yachting. Yachting, yeah. It's like Wimbledon for yachts and boats. All right, here we are. All right, I went first last time. Actually, no. You know what? Let's do it this way. I got the last point, so I will take the harder choice again and go first. Scarborough Beach. And now you've got the improved odds 1 out of 3.
Visit the Waka Waka Cricket Grounds.
Excellent. You go straight to the clubhouse. The administrator is here and is eager to get rid of a sock which arrived here by mail last week. There was no return address on the parcel, but there was a nice picture of a Mangles kangaroo paw flower on the sock. All right, so for this case, we each have 1 point thus far. Next city, please.
Adelaide.
44 hours is still very much affordable. One of Australia's smaller state capitals set on a narrow coastal plain between the Mount Lofty Ranges and Gulf St. Vincent. One of its best-known buildings is the city's festival center.
So, do you fish?
I do not. I don't have the patience. And after that, we still have 12 days. 2 down, 3 to go. And why do you bring up fishing?
Oh, it's just my thing that I say to fill dead air.
Oh, okay. For me, that's you.
Unless I'm in an area where it would be obvious that people might fish.
Ah.
Like if you're in like a hunting and fishing store, I wouldn't ask it because the answer is probably yes. But if the answer was definitely yes, then I would say it because then it's silly to say because obviously.
For me, that's a very cheery sounding. So how's life?
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah. All right. You got the last point, so you go first.
I'm gonna say the Festival Center.
The Festival Center.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing there.
Do your worst.
I will say the Zoological Gardens.
That was my second guess. Yep.
The administrator here is glad to clear up the mystery of the sock in mail. It arrived here by mail last week and did not have a return address or even a name on the parcel. It has a picture of Sturt's Desert Pea on it.
Onward to Melbourne!
Melbourne!
Where our contest will continue.
The capital city of Victoria on the Yarra River, known as the home of Australian rules football, which attracts the largest crowds in Australian sport. Bus is 14 hours. We have 12 days. Ho! All right, 3 down, 2 to go. I will select Bells Beach. Okay, your turn.
I will select the cricket ground.
Good job. In the office of the cricket club, you speak to the secretary. He gives you a package which they received in the mail a week ago. Inside the wrapping, you find a sock with a picture of a pink heath flower on it. So we are tied 2-2 with a random event coming up. A bar of chocolate is lying on the ground. It seems untouched. What do you do?
That's found chocolate. That's almost as good as found cake.
You think so?
Yeah.
So you're going to say...
Obviously, we eat it.
I have thoughts of razor-filled candy in the brain. I'm a little leery about this.
You shave. You...
That's not where I shave.
You shave, and you know how expensive new razors are. No one is going to put a razor blade in a piece of chocolate that's just too expensive. And you should be thankful if you find a razor blade wrapped in with the chocolate, because now you have chocolate and a free razor blade. Win! Win!
I don't think you understand. Okay. In any event, you were right. The chocolate gives you a stomachache, but inside the wrapper is a prize token. Good for $120. So, you were right. Good job.
Inevitably successful in all endeavors. That's my name.
Hmm.
We're heading to the capital of
New South Wales.
New South Wales.
Which
Sydney.
is, yes. Now we've already read this, so we're going to go straight to the bus for a 16-hour trip. All right, 2 points each. This decides the round. Which do you select?
I'm gonna go with the... Oh, I did the Powerhouse Museum last time. Was there a clue there?
I don't remember, but that's irrelevant when it changes cases.
Let's go with the... I'm torn between... No, it was Walk Across the Harbor Bridge. So let's ring the Powerhouse Museum.
You done it. Congratulations.
I am the Sock Lord, king of all foot garment.
Yes, they did receive a little parcel in the mail with a charming hand-knitted sock inside it. How did you know? The sock had a picture of the Waratah on it. Oh, fuck. You know what I forgot?
What?
We should have been job hunting.
Oh, you're right.
We just wasted 10 days worth of cash.
We fucked up. We fucked up real bad.
I did that. Well, we got $1,900 anyway.
Really, it was my fault. I was so blinded by the need to beat you for the title of Sock Lord.
I mean, honestly, we're doing okay on money here, and that 1,900 gave us a nice boost. So I'm thinking...
Master of Sock Puppets, yes.
It seems to me as though provided we plan out our routes properly, we have no need to ever book for jobs. So I don't think that miss is going to hurt us in any meaningful way, because we're not shooting for a world record or nothing. But I do need the restroom real quick. I shall return momentarily.
I've got nothing to fill this dead air whatsoever. So I'll just talk about nothing. So I've been playing a lot of Magic the Gathering recently because, new sets out. A bunch of my friends are playing it. Arena's pretty good value in that you can make a deck for no money and play some Magic for no money. Which is a lot cheaper than the other way of playing Magic, which is you spend around $200, and then you have a collection of cards that you can't use to make a deck. So then you sell a bunch of your good cards that you don't want to use to make a deck, and then you use that money to buy a bunch of other cards, and then you've got most of a deck, but you put in about another $50 to buy the rest of the cards you need, and now you have one deck. And now you spend, I don't know, like $250, and now you can play a game of Magic. So that's just Magic Arena, way better value. And it's been good set, this new set of Magic the Gathering.
Talking cards, are we?
Yeah, I just wanted to fill the dead air with anything.
Good enough.
Literally anything.
Yeah, good enough.
Well, not literally anything. I don't want to get you suspended from Twitter for a TOS violation.
Oh, I don't care. I'll be honest.
Really?
I've had my time. I've done what I wanted to do. Everything else is bonus potatoes at this point. But in any event, thank you for whatever it was that you said.
Yeah, I was mostly just insulting you and your lineage.
Good enough.
But you're welcome.
Okay, so case number 4, and congratulations on winning the first competition piece. 3-2. Well, remember we were keeping points for the investigation success. You found 3 of the socks. I only found 2.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
So we're keeping the store instead of restarting the clock.
Well, I mean, I'm writing the score independently. That doesn't count for the main game itself. This was just to add something to it for you and I to enjoy. Who's the better scavenger hunter out of the two of us is what I was getting at.
Mm-hmm.
And thus far, that's you for finding 3 socks to my 2 on that last case.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you think? I enjoy it. Even though I got my ass kicked.
Yeah, no, I did not ass kicked. It was very close.
Well, case 4. Your boss, the founding director of the Gumboots Inquiry Agency, has asked you to help him entertain his Latvian relatives who are visiting Australia for the very first time. They want to do 5 things. Go down into a gold mine. Write this down, please.
You need me to
write down
so now your literacy is my problem, Alpha.
No, I'm saying I need a navigator while I handle the heavy lifting and hosting.
Gold, dolphins, marlin, iris rock. Tram!
The Latvians only plan to stay in Australia for another 10 days, so your deadline will be May 30th. You get a $500 advance to cover expenses, and your boss will pay you a further $600 later. Hint, search the database. Alright, so I don't believe we have been to Hobart yet. The capital city of the island state of Tasmania. Site of the Rest Point Casino, and the end of the popular Sydney to Hobart yacht race. So we have a grand total of 19 days, contrary to the 10 we were just told about. And let's do as they suggest and search the database. First event, please.
Gold! No. Hello, dolphins. Hello, dolphins.
Dolphins are a point you need?
Yes.
Alright.
Gold Coast.
Gold Coast. Whenever you're ready.
Fire ready.
Alright, as that was not the main search point, I'm going to continue.
Fish!
Do you need this one?
No. I'm
Okay.
assuming that marlin is not freshwater fish.
We'll do an independent search after this later. Right now, we're looking for a gold mine. That's not it. This is it. Calgary! Alright, we'll cease that search.
I don't know. I'll just guess.
Oh, did you not get it?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
All right.
Now we're looking for saltwater fish.
All right. Let's split that up then.
Marlin.
Marlin fishing, South Mall Island.
Marlin Island.
Marley.
Today has been like a big Austin Powers reference.
Alright, next of...
Ayers Rock, which I should know because we found it on one of our previous places, but I wasn't paying enough attention.
Well, in any event, it is Uluru, the first place we were ever sat.
Yeah.
Do you have that?
Is Uluru then...
Uluru is the city.
In this... Okay.
Yes.
And now we need a tram.
Okay, search tram.
Not to be confused with a tram.
Boy. Melbourne.
Melbourne is my favorite of all the Carmen-like games. It just moves at a faster pace, you know?
Alright, we have our 5 cities, right?
Indeed, but now we need to make this an ordinal list of cities.
Yes, indeed. Alright, so we are starting in Hobart, which is all the way down this South Island here, and looks to be the big capital.
Alright.
So our 5 cities are...
We don't have anything else on the island with Hobart. So next is Melbourne, which I think is closest.
Okay. Kalgoorlie was one, I believe.
Yes, but I don't think that's next closest.
Yeah. Where else we got?
Gold Coast.
Gold Coast. And then South Mall, right, you said?
Yeah.
South Mall. And then Uluru. And then Kalgoorlie. Would probably be the best order. Because there's a big old gap between Melbourne and Kalgoorlie. and a smaller one between Melbourne and Gold Coast. So we should, I think, go clockwise for least travel. So the order then would be Melbourne, Gold Coast, South Mall, Uluru, Kalgoorlie.
All right. It is done.
Excellent. Thank you for your assistance, Mr. Navigator.
That's Dr. Mr. Navigator to you.
Oh yes, where are my manners? Dr. Mr. Navigator. Okay, first destination, please.
Melbourne.
Melbourne. And once again, we have 19 days, and this time I will remember to do the job thing, because you can never have enough money. So 23 hours.
That's true.
So 23 hours, that is, well, in the case of us little people, the rich can absolutely have too much money.
Yeah.
They can do double standards, so can I. They can go fuck themselves. Anyway, the bus.
They can with luxury dildos.
Actually, you know what?
Those dildos are so nice you can put them in the freezer, or you can put them in the microwave to get them to either zombie body temperature or human body temperature.
Boy.
Because when you've got money, you can afford the good stuff. The cream of the crop.
I do like some
good... The cream of the cock.
You know, I was trying to keep this a family show. You know, like I always do. But no.
That's a lie.
But no, you had to... Anyway, the bus.
This is lies and perfidy we are receiving from Alpha. Yeah, take the bus. What are you waiting for me for?
Watch out for the
daylight here.
Watch out for the lightning. 1 day out of 19. Here we go.
Latvians. I don't know a whole lot about Latvian stereotypes other than they're good at resisting Soviet totalitarianism.
Fair enough.
That's the only stereotype I have for Latvians.
All right, that's fair enough. All right, you won the first match. Have first crack, please.
Go for a tram ride? Is this a trick question?
I just wanted to see if you were paying attention. See how easy or hard we can make this round for ourselves. You say tram ride?
Yeah, I say tram ride.
And no shit, Sherlock, tram ride. The electric trams really interest these Latvians.
These Latvian people.
These Latvian people. They insist on riding the trams for another 3 hours, and this costs you $30 in tram fares.
Ah,
so
sneaky.
So in theory, this should be a very easy win. Under the rules for which we're playing.
Onward to the Gold Coast.
The Gold Coast. You know what? We've seen the bus. We've seen the plane. Let's demonstrate the car once.
Oh boy, I hope we don't hit an innocent hitchhiker and commit vehicular manslaughter again.
No. That only happens in cross-country Canada.
No, I got the point last time, so I think...
The rules state that... Yeah, the rules state that you get the difficult odds for getting the point. Which this one is not really about odds, now is it?
No.
So, what's your choice?
Let us go to SeaWorld.
Yeah. Oh. Wait, the flag is down. Where'd we get dolphins from? Let me see the instructions again.
In the wild. In the wild.
In the wild. Oh, this could alter our travel plans a little bit. All right, Let's search dolphins again and see if we can get more than that.
Man. Near the beach in
Monkey Mia
in Western Australia.
Okay.
So now we search for Monkey Mia.
All right, let's check the map. And we're in Gold Coast now. Where is Monkey Mia?
Monkey Mia is
all the way west.
Kalgoorlie.
All right.
Okay,
So
that'll be at the end of our.
that'll be at the end.
Monkey me.
So from a triangular sense, we actually don't lose very much time here, because if you look at where we came from in Melbourne, Gold Coast, South Mall, that's not a big hit, but another lesson to us to read every piece of the instruction. So, South Mall is still next. And we will continue now with the most sensible strategy. Okay, flag is up. We know we're in a right place. What do we want to do here?
Go. Well, now I'm double checking my work. But it's go fishing for marlin.
You're right. You charter a boat and shoot harbor and head out toward the Great Barrier Reef. 2 hours later, you have passed the reef, and the Latvians are trolling for marlin. They fish all day, and even though they catch nothing, they are tired but happy when you return to South Mall Island that evening.
No one returns from a day of fishing empty-handed happy.
But these Latvian people
Not
do,
unless
apparently.
You really weren't going fishing.
Maybe they just wanted the experience at sea, who knows. Okay.
What's the worst part about fishing?
True enough. Alright, next course, please.
Set course for Uluru.
Woo-woo-woo.
Uluru. Uluru.
The largest...
There's something there.
So this is where we started our adventure just a little over an hour ago.
It's all come full trapahedron. Gotta catch our Z's.
Indeed. Alright, what do the Latvians want to do here?
I think they wanted to climb the rock, but we can double check if we're not sure.
Nope, they did. The older Latvians find it tough going, but in the end they all get to the top and back safely. They all insist that you buy them one of those I Climbed Ayers Rock t-shirts too. Those cost $48. And that is enough for you to win the round. Well done.
Well, I couldn't have done it without it being extremely easy, aside from that one troll that wasn't held against me.
Alright. Well, that goes against both of us because the planning section is the teamwork bit. The investigation, is the competition bit.
You are very generous for ruling it that way.
Okay, next location, please.
Oh, you want the next location? You can't even remember that it's Kalgoorlie.
Well, you're my navigator.
I couldn't either without looking at the list.
Well, I've hired a navigator for a reason here, you see.
True.
In the heart of Western Australia's richest gold mining area, it has some fine examples of early Australian architecture, such as those in Hannan Street.
Hannan! A bus.
Alright. What do they want to do here?
They want gold. So let's go down on Boulder Block Road Mine.
It does not say go down on, Mr. Connery.
But they left the preposition out.
Here, your boss's relatives get a good look at the way gold is mined. They ride in a car 60 meters down the shaft and inspect the underground tunnels.
I told you they were going down. And the theft hadn't even gotten out yet.
Okay, and the last destination.
The final destination? Everybody, do the monkey meal.
Do the monkey meal with me. Come on. In the clear blue waters...
Never played that game. I've watched it play to where you exit the very first tutorial area in the dream, and you wake up, and then that's as far as I've gotten.
Unfortunate. You ought to finish that.
And it's like her very most favorite game ever, and I've never played any more than that with her.
Well, after you do Inca and Lost in Time, maybe consider that.
Oh man, Lost in Time.
Alright. In the clear blue waters of Shark Bay, this is the home of scores of friendly dolphins which regularly swim into the shallows to mingle with people near the beach.
You know, I don't often talk politics on this podcast, but I'm going to say something controversial but brave.
Oh?
And very political. They need to remove most of the drowned from Minecraft, and they need to replace it with sharks and other creatures that people would actually find frightening in the water.
Now, looking at these jobs, look at 40 days or $40 for 7 days and $80 for 3 days.
We would earn.
Where's the downside to this? The rate is the most important because number of days is just a multiplier. So I mean, of course, I'm going to go with the big rate because we've still got 10 days to play with. We'll go to the day. We'll go to the day before for safety.
We'll just try and be a dolphin researcher for three contracts of 3 days.
Yep. Now we've yet to find any failures, so this is perfect. 80 for 7.
Oh, that is cutting it very close.
Oh yeah, I think one day before is safety if we know we're in the final city.
Cool. Alright, then let us go...
What do we do in Monkey Mia?
Wait. Hold. Let us double check because I think it's swim with dolphins. I'm not sure whether it's feed dolphins or go for a swim. So let's go look at our details of what we have to do again.
I would suggest that there is a certain word that's most operative here.
Dolphin?
I think so.
I trust you.
Yeah, they wanted the dolphins, and that was our source of confusion with SeaWorld.
Indeed.
The Latvian tourists are enchanted by the local dolphins, which come right up to the shore and allow themselves to be fed by hand. So now that's the correct method with which to do this, is get to the end of your main mission and then get as much money as you can without risking going over your limit. 1 day is a pretty good barricade, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So we get $800 extra, plus our usual $1,000 for the bonus points. And we're up to $7,500, almost $7,600. Hurrah, hurrah.
Hurrah, hurrah, indeed.
By the way, do you have a...
I feel like I am actually learning a thing or two about Australia.
Yeah, me too. There are things I didn't know here. And it gives you the resources necessary to do your own work, which is really good for any edutainment title to have an internal method. By the way, did you have a time limit as for how far you wanted to go tonight? Like for how late?
I don't know.
I don't either. So that said, let's just go until we feel like it.
Let's do another one.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking at the very least 2 hours, which we're at 1:20 at this point. But yeah, let's just go until we feel like. Case number 5. You have been employed by the curator of Sydney Museum, who wants to recover a valuable map. This map was owned by one Rufus Goodfellow and shows the secret location of some priceless Aboriginal artifacts. Rufus has torn the map into 4 pieces and left each piece in a different location. Unfortunately, Rufus has died, and your job is to find the 4 pieces of the map and return them to the museum. You have been given a cash advance of $200, and you'll get $600 more when you find the map, which you must do within 20 days. Good luck. Well, that's...
I was drinking heavily during that, so I blacked out for all of it. What are we doing?
Good lord.
Curator, City Museum, Recover, Map, Rufus, Goodfellow, Secret Locations, Aboriginal Artifacts. The City Museum stole those artifacts fair and square! They want them back!
There's nothing in the instructions indicating much of anything here. And I highly doubt that searching the database for map pieces is going to get us anywhere. So I'm thinking perhaps...
Longfellow?
Yeah, Rufus Longfellow. We can try that.
Rufus. Is this racist?
I wonder if these are our hints.
Also, 47. What is Pavlova?
I'm not sure. I would write down the following 4 things.
Alice Springs.
Alice Springs, beer, meat pies, and Pavlova. Good night, Volty.
1 second. Alice Springs, beer, meat pies, Pavlova.
So we can database search these, and if that doesn't give us anything, we could probably get some clues by investigating this starter area here. Would be my approach.
Yes, the starter area has no flag though, so.
Right.
So while you're searching the database, I'm going to mute myself because I decided that drinking does sound like a good idea because I have a Guinness that's nice and cold that's left over from a party. I'm going to have that tonight.
All right, good enough. In the meantime, I shall search according to what we've just found. Well, I mean, this probably isn't supremely helpful because we already have the city name. Let's search beer, because everyone loves beer. That's Rufus again. That gave us nothing. Let's try meat pie. Also useless. Pavlova? Yeah, Pavlova. Also useless. So, next idea. No notes, no clues, okay.
How do you feel about me Googling Pavlova just because it's not in the database? And it's not important, but
I don't think it's...
our...
Yeah, I don't think if it's not in the database, besides with Rufus, I don't think it's any good for us. Yeah. So I'm wondering if we can find any clues in the starter location. That's something that Carmen Sandiego would also do.
Alright.
So we're not going to count...
Pavlova is a meringue-based dessert, originating in either Australia or New Zealand in the earliest 20th century. It was named after Russian ballerina Anna Pavlova.
Yeah.
Weird. Taking the form of a cake-like circular block of baked meringue, Pavlova has a crisp crust and a soft, light inside. This sounds really good. The confection is usually topped with fruit and whipped cream.
Alright, so the flag truly is a catch-all for important stuff. Alright, Alice Springs appears to be our only true lead. Surely people would have at least heard of him, and maybe we'll get a clue to 1/4 of this map. So, let's travel to Alice Springs.
Indeed. Get some clues there.
Yep. We have 3 weeks again, so we are good to start on the bus. One of the only large towns in Central Australia. Many tourists visit this town on their way to outback sites. Look at that, we're virtually dead center of the continent here. Alright. The flag is up, so we can at least find something. Where do you suppose... You know what, actually... Yeah, you know what? Where do you suppose we'll find that something?
What? I don't know what Telegraph Reserve is. No, Telegraph Reserve is going to be like a nature, so it's probably not there. He lives in the city, so it's probably not a hotel. It could be the Todd River if he drowned. But I'll probably walk down Main Street?
Main Street?
Yeah.
Nope.
Alright, it's on you.
I will say the local hotels, because maybe somebody knows something. Behind the dartboard in the Alice Hotel, you find the first piece of the map. Drinkers at the bar tell you that Rufus was not feeling well and was asking about the best way to get to Tanunda from here. So this is going to be one of those, then, that gives us each clue as we proceed. So sometimes preliminary research just won't get us anywhere. So, our next location, then, is Tanunda. And for being a one-at-a-time thing, the travel times are not bad yet. Alright. Since I got the point, I will select... In keeping with the theme, I'll select the winery. Yeah. You ask about Rufus at the Orlando winery, and you are given an envelope that he left behind. In the envelope, you find the second piece of the map. At a local service station, you discover that Rufus had his car repaired, saying he hoped it would make it to the most easterly point of Australia. Now, where have we seen that...
Bay?
Byron Bay. I was going to say, where have we seen that exact clue before? So that's Byron Bay. And off we go. If I get lucky again, the round is mine.
Is it luck or is it skill?
Maybe it's luck, maybe it's Maybelline. I will ask around the surf shops because this is a typical method of detective work. But it's no good. After this slumber, Silver, you're still alive. But first,
maybe we're gonna make some chocolate and it will kill us.
Wendy Telltale grabs you and breathlessly tells you that your favorite rock group are giving a concert in town tonight. She begs you to take her, too. What do you do?
Alright, so this is going to cost us money and time, but the purpose of life is living, not making money. So I say we go.
The concert tickets cost $96. Wendy's a bit short of cash at the moment, and you get mild food poisoning from the fruit juice you drink at interval. It takes you 18 hours to recover.
Worth it.
Oof, that's a hit. Alright, it is your turn, and it is not the surf shops.
The one that I think is most likely is the lighthouse, but the lighthouse has been done in previous things, and I have a entirely based, not in fact, idea that it is not going to be the same location twice. So I'm going to say, let's go on a scuba diving trip.
You have a thing about repeats, huh?
So far, they've all been at locations. I think the lighthouse. But I'm going to go with the scuba diving trip.
All right. Nope. I will try the lighthouse. You knock on the door of the lighthouse attendant, who, although a bit grumpy at first at being disturbed, tells you that he is an old friend of Rufus and readily gives you the third piece of the map. In the envelope with the map is half of a bus ticket. Rufus's car blew up climbing the lighthouse hill. And all you can
It blew up. No wonder he died.
And all you can read are the letters Vil. He insists that you stay until the next day and go scuba diving, which costs you $80.
Cool.
So the round...
Scuba diving. In this town, we've gone to a rock concert. We've gone scuba diving twice.
We've lived in Byron Bay, huh?
Yeah, so let's go to Townsville.
Are we sure it's Townsville?
No, it could be Birdsville.
It could be
but
Birdsville.
Townsville is closer.
Are there any other Villes? Okay, so it's either Birdsville or Townsville. And you say we should go to the one that's closer?
I do.
Oh,
they're kind of...
Where are we now again?
Byron Bay. So I think I'm wrong. I think Birdsville is actually probably closer. We can just go to Birdsville, and it'll tell us how long it takes to get there, and then we can go to Townsville, and
I'm looking... how long it takes there. Geographically, they're both pretty close.
Yeah, so pick your poison. We haven't been to Birdsville. Let's go to Birdsville.
All right.
Let's learn a thing or two about Birdsville.
That sounds good to me. The end of the famous Birdsville track, where many unwary tourists have perished from thirst. That sounds promising.
Cool. Yeah.
Yay! Yay, thirst!
Because Rufus has perished, and we gotta figure out where he perished.
I like thirst. And look at the flag. That may very well have been the clue to indicate us there.
Indeed.
So,
we gotta check out the race course.
Yeah, this doesn't matter now because I've won the round 3 to whatever. But yeah, you meet a trainer doing some track work. He was the first to help Rufus when he collapsed at the races and was given some papers by Rufus for safekeeping. He gives you the papers, including my complete and utter forgetfulness to go and get a job.
We're just too good, Alpha. We're too good for this world.
True enough. Congratulations, you found the 4 pieces of the map. An expedition from the museum sets out with a copy of the map and recovers the priceless Aboriginal artifacts. The curator of the museum is very grateful and puts the artifacts and the map on display, dedicating the exhibition to, you guessed it, AlphaRecluse.
Not the man who died making the map.
Nope, not the guy who died making the map. All right. Case number 6.
How many of these are there?
I do not know.
Alright, I think I'm good for one more, and then it'll be 9 o'clock, and I think...
And then end the session?
Call it there, yeah.
Alright. At the end of...
save this? Like, do you have like a floppy disk we can save this on?
As far as I understand, it saves at the end of each case. So we'll be able to pick up right from 7 next time.
No, hot like wasabi when we bust rhymes.
Yeah, we can, at the end of this case, we can look up how many there are total. That shouldn't be too difficult to do without spoiling. Alright, final case of the night, number 6. While you are visiting a friend in Birdsville, your boss phones you. He has received a letter from Betty Botheringay Brown in Bristol, England. She lost contact with her father's 2 brothers and 2 sisters when they moved to Australia some years ago. If you find them before Betty arrives in Australia just before Christmas, you'll receive $1,000 plus bonuses. Their names are Beatrice, Barry, Brian, and Bonnie. Betty has no idea where in Australia her aunts and uncles might be, but she writes that they are all uncommonly fond of the letter B.
I noticed.
And as it happens, we are starting in
Birdsville.
Yes, indeed we are. And the flag does happen to be up. So, why don't we first Why don't we first check things out here, and then we'll start our travel planning. All right, it is my turn to begin. You are still up 2 cases to 1, but I got the last ones, so I will start with clues along the track. Nothing there.
Go and see the bush nurse.
Is there something else you would like to say about this?
No. Starts with the letter B.
Thank you.
I'm going to ignore all innuendo.
Uh-huh. Well, it was a punishment.
Well, it's a 50-50.
I will say the pubican. And if you say the right thing now, the point goes to you.
The race course?
Yes, the race course.
What the fuck does that have to do with the letter B?
Now, we've heard a third different kind of tone here, somewhere in the middle of the no good and the found a thing, which means we just got a hint to something to do with the case. You meet an old chap out here who doesn't seem to be able to speak English until you show him a $50 note. Uh-huh. Then he remembers that there was a bookmaker with a funny hyphenated surname here during last year's races. He thinks he was one of those city blokes with a funny little hat.
Shall we search the database for hat?
We could. We give you your point.
Next.
Nope, yep. Alice Springs, Rufus again, but I don't think this relates at all to the letter B. Nope. 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 That's so
good. Can you just search hat again and give me just the first entry?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I saw a hyphen in there. No, I saw the hyphen in the name.
He's a gung-ho.
Godfrey Godscarer. He scares God himself.
That's amazing. Okay. So our big outstanding clue seems to be the letter B, no?
Can you search just a hyphen?
Sure. No, actually, it seems I cannot.
Alright. Never mind then.
Alright. Our big overarching clue seems to be the letter B. Fortunately, there are plenty of B cities to look at.
Not the bees!
Yes, the bees. And I'm thinking we may as well just go counterclockwise to each of these B cities, of which there are... Birdsville is up top. Of which there are 6 more. So we may as well travel in some cycle or another of these. So let's go to the big map and write these down. So we are currently in Birdsville, right there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Broom way up there. So the first 5 actually are not bad in terms of a travel. So in this order, we have Bundaberg, Brisbane, Byron Bay.
You want me to write these down?
Yes, please. So that's fine. So that's Bundaberg.
Bundaberg!
Brisbane. Byron Bay. Bork. Broken Hill. And Broome. In that order.
Spell it?
All right. Broome.
Okay.
All right, so you have those 6?
Yep, in that order.
Excellent. That'll give us the least travel time as we follow this lead. So, first location, please. Bundaberg. And we have 23 days.
Why are we hunting these people for sport?
Because we were told to, under threat of payment. Alright, so the flag is up. That's a good sign. And since you got the first point, please begin this round.
Check out the rum distillery.
You're still thirsty, aren't you?
No. I had a theory. There is a flag here. I had a theory that they are in for vices, since the first clue was found at a racetrack.
That's a fair point. I'm going to go with the House Museum. That's no good. 2 choices left.
Let's check out the Reptile Reserve.
There you go. Taking some time off from her job as a boat builder, you find Bonnie bothering Gay Brown. She is thrilled to hear that Betty, her brother's little girl, is coming out to see her.
Let's do a search for Betty.
What's that?
Let's do a search for Betty.
You want to search Betty?
I want to search Betty in the database.
Cavity search, strip search?
Depends on how old she is.
Probably old. And that got us nothing. And also, there's still a flag up. We have not gone
on Fraser Island.
Okay, so here's another hint. You meet some people from the Australian Conservation Foundation here. They know a woman called Beatrice who is an active environmentalist in northern New South Wales.
Northern South New Wales?
Let's check the map.
Northern...
Well, Sydney's
New South Wales.
Well, Sydney's the cap of northern New South Wales. I do not know the boundary lines, but closest vicinity are Broken Hill, Burke, and Byron Bay. So we're going to wind up hitting those somewhere along our road.
Do you want to see if Burke is in New South Wales?
No point. We already have a good lead with the letter B, so we're going to get there fairly quickly from where we're at now. I don't think we need to do anything extra just yet.
Alright, then let's hit the Moyles enemy. The Brisbane.
The Brisbane.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
Thank you. I thought that was a well-constructed joke.
Flag is up. And since you got the point because you found the actual thing while I only got a clue. So your point, your continuance.
Oh god, what was it actually last time?
Don't remember.
It was,
I am not retaining that information.
It wasn't picnicking. She was a sailboat maker and she was taking time off to go there. Where was it?
Actually, have we been to Brisbane? Yeah, we have. It is your selection.
Yeah, let's inspect the old expo site.
Nothing there. Is B relevant enough to suggest that bridge is the thing?
Try it.
No. 2 choices.
Well, I've got to ask you about Lone Pine Sanctuary.
No good. Which means it's going to
Which
have to
means
be...
you win by default.
Yep, it's going to have to be Stradbroke Island. In a rather expensive-looking 5-room tent. Wow. You find Barry Bothering Gay Brown in one of the richest bookmakers in Queensland. He reckons the odds of his niece Betty finding him after so long were pretty slim. Barry persuades you to place a little bet with him on which of 2 seagulls will stay in the air longest. Your seagull lands almost immediately, and you lose $20 on the bet.
What a random thing to want to gamble on.
What a random...
That's like some serious rat race shit, where they just gamble on everything.
And what a random slap on the dick for finding the thing you needed to find. Losing $20 for it.
When you're making this much money, you can afford expenses of $20.
That's fair. Which is why I'm not throwing my usual 100%er shitty fit about missing the job bit twice. Anyway, next
we're heading to Byron.
Byron. Been here a few times already.
Uh-huh. It's the easternmost point of Australia.
Alright. I will start... Because it is literally the only choice that contains a letter B, I'm going to pick the scuba diving trip. And that's no good.
Inspect the local forest.
Good hit. Beatrice Bothering Gay Brown is busy with a group of bushwalkers, but she is very interested in the news that her niece is coming to see her after so many years. After you leave, missing a comma, her group of bushwalkers, you get lost in the... Wait.
After you leave her group of bushwalkers, you get lost in the bush, and it is 12 hours before you are found.
That's another nasty slap in the dick, and the comma belongs after bushwalkers. See, I knew there was a comma somewhere, and now we know. So that cost us 12 hours, and that's going to put us to sleep for some amount of time.
But it's not an Oxford comma. This is a Byron Bay comma that's missing.
Right. Anyway, good find.
Indeed. Shall we go to Bork?
Yes, let's bork it. This is the service center for a vast area of sheep country, and is reputed to be the world's largest railhead for shipment of wool.
I'm really looking forward to shooting down a Supreme Court nomination here. Really looking forward to it.
LOL. Alright, your turn to start.
There is a flag.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't pull up investigation if there wasn't a flag.
Let's go to... What does that mean? What is Cobb and Company?
No idea, but apparently the sign is important to somebody, so it's a choice.
I'm gonna say the sign.
Nothing there.
No sign of any people with hyphenated surnames around these parts. Alright, it's on you, my friend. Alpha, you glorious fool. You resplendent idiot.
Now, here's the thing. I am not altogether certain that this isn't the last thing, rather just a clue. So I don't want to toast a ton of time with that uncertainty over my head. Instead, we have money. We're fine. We're floating.
The better part of a month. We're fine.
Well, yeah.
So the question is, do you think that the last person is in trouble with the law?
I let that go too long. I snoozed. I losed. Let's work down to 7 days. Resurface the tennis courts. We still have 10. Let's see if we can find something good. I think we can do
the police station.
Nah, that's too much time. I don't want to go down to
Alpha. All cops are bad.
We're going to take the 4-day job. That'll leave us with 6 to continue our work. All right, so there's our happy medium.
Our happy medium rare.
Yeah. I'm going to check the stockade.
That was my next guess as well. Oh, apparently
we're in for some shit.
Yeah.
On the ground in front of you is an unmarked black chest. It is not locked. What do you do?
We open it.
It is full of gold coins, antique vases, and treasure. The percentage given by the National Museum as a finder's reward is $720. Congratulations. All right. And now your selection.
You have more business at a courthouse than you do a police station. You might be getting married. You might be getting divorced. You might be suing a trolley company where the operator didn't turn a handle to stop the trolley that was run away, and so it hit 5 people, and you are suing them for negligence.
That's awfully...
I'm going to say the courthouse.
That's awfully specific reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not it.
Okay. Oh. We gotta go to the po-po. Sometimes you just gotta go to the po-po.
We do, and it was a hint. The police remember a chap with a long surname who used to be a baker here many years ago. They believe he has gone to the southwest of New South Wales. They also fine you $60 for parking on the wrong side of the road.
Fuck you. All cops are bastards.
Yeah, fuck you indeed.
So let's do a search. Let's search the database.
Okay.
Fake.
What is it?
Fake.
Spell that, I'm not catching it.
Bravo. Alpha. Kilo. Echo.
Oh, as in bake a cake?
Mm-hmm. It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake.
Yeah, but apparently not to find a result.
And this is not a joke. Search the database.
Okay.
Gay.
It's not a joke?
This is not a joke.
Well, your non-joke fell flat, so...
Some of the people who had hyphenated names had gay in their name.
Hmm. The southwest of New South Wales. So now it becomes a little more important.
Is that Geelong? That's very south. I'm guessing it's Geelong.
Alright, let's search Geelong. No, it's Victoria.
Okay.
So New South Wales seems to be further north than I thought.
East? Is it Thredbo?
Could be Broken Hill. If we're sticking with bees.
Okay, let's try Broken Hill.
Yep, and it's very, 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 very close to where we are now, so we don't lose much by trying this.
It's true.
Broken Hill. One of Australia's main mining towns, surrounded by grazing properties and desert. Also called the Silver City.
A Silver City for a SilverRecluse.
Flag is up, so this may be something after all. Alright, I need this to force a tie, assuming that this is it.
Face down, flag.
Can we get... I think we can get away with a 3-day job here.
Let's do it.
Alright. So, I have to go first. I'm going to visit the BHP engineer's office. You find a fellow delivering bread here. His name is Brian Bothering Gay Brown, and he is one of the best bakers in town. He is very surprised to hear from his niece after all these years.
Nope.
We found them all. And we get $2,000 more.
Nope.
And that round is a draw. 3-3. So now we know that the best thing that we can find could be clues, so it's not necessarily whether we find a thing, but any result whatsoever. Now, can I... That should have saved automatically. Oh, maybe not. But there's our save. Do it twice to be absolutely certain. We'll read the instructions for this case, and then we'll sign off. Fairy floss. What?
Fairy floss.
Fairy
Chook's little sister. You know Chook Floss?
Go on.
Has caught the running away from home bug and has bolted. You must find the absconder before her birthday, which is in 10 days' time. You will be paid $600 dues for the job, out of which you are given an advance of $100 dues. But be careful, she is one sneaky little kid.
Now this time we're finding one person. So to go for a job here would be very dangerous time-wise because you simply don't know. You have no indication.
True.
So we will pick up from here when next we convene.
Indeed.
Are you able to stick with Sundays for a little bit?
Probably.
All right. So we will leave here. Game has been saved. We can continue next time. And let me look this up before we sign off. Gumboots, Australia, DOS.
Double.
How many cases do we see? Alright, I have an idea as to how I might do this. Gumboots Australia game. Can I find a playlist? Let's try this. There appear to be 32 cases total. So at this current pace, we would be looking at about 5 weeks. Possibly 6.
Say that number again? 5 or 6 weeks?
If assuming we proceed on Sundays, yeah.
Oh, of every not. That's not when you're next free. That is.
Oh no! No, I'm saying
number of cases.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
how long
saying,
it'll take us. Okay.
yeah, if we proceed with this, that's how many Sundays about if we keep this pace. Or if we go faster, it'll go down. But I think since we got the tutorials and growing pains out of the way, we could probably speed up a touch. And maybe get through this in 3 or 4. But yeah, do you want to stick with it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool beans. All right, then I expect to be here next week.
Yeah, I think I can.
Cool. Same bat time, same bat place, around 7 p.m. our time.
Sounds good.
Excellent.
Sounds good.
Cool. Well then, thank y'all for joining.
Right.
Thank y'all for joining us. Volty, thanks so much for stopping in. Hope you enjoy the rest of the series too. And for the rest of you, I'm Alpha.
And I'm Recluse.
And we'll see you next week. Thanks for coming.